You've read a lot of stuff and you have a lot of criticism. What ways do you think your criticism relates to your fiction writing?
Well, I always liked explaining to people what was good about something and what they could learn from it and why I thought it was good. And so I didn't draw a distinction between what somebody else wrote and what I wrote. And in fact, I wouldn't also. I thought anybody who wanted to learn could learn, and I try and make it as accessible as possible. Therefore, I would write with as little jargon as I could. That's what I began to do. So much so that it's quite funny in this book edited by Vernon Chadwick, In Search of Elvis, Music, Race, Art, Religion. He has one of my best pieces on Elvis there, and the longest, about 40 pages with footnotes, and a photograph of me playing the clarinet there for my 21st birthday. I explain things in simple terms, and in the footnotes, he, as editor, took the simple terms and explained them in jargon. This is the reverse. But I realized why he did it. Because he's actually telling the academics, look, this is what this guy is really doing. So don't stomp on him. But mostly I put it that way, first thing. The second thing is I like to mix things up because, and this, I didn't have the language for this earlier, but I had the thing itself. I like to have left brain and right brain. I mean, together. I want the whole self to be engaged in it.
Right.
That means that it can be literary interpretation or my own life story. People have asked me, why don't you write your own autobiography? And I said, I'm endlessly writing it. I'm endlessly writing it to provide a perspective over what I'm writing. But the difference is this: if I wrote my autobiography, it would be fixed. But this way, it's always changing. The emphasis is different to interpret what I'm doing. I like to mix things up. But again, Ishmael Reed's the one who really provided me with, you're okay to do this, So I'm trying to get further away from just fiction and have some criticism there and criticism closer to fiction. My chapter on Ishmael Reed begins with a fictional thing I invented. People think he wrote it. But we needed some fiction there to get into Reed. What is that fiction? That is the intuition. So I mix things up. And if sometimes I have to write in one category, I'll make sure I'll bring something from somewhere else and put it there. Some people love it, it drives other people nuts.
Right.